Good evening, guys. Hi, hope everybody's doing really well. It's Rob, just here for another quick catch-up video. Some vinyl finds, a piece of VCLT, which I'll get to in a moment. First of all, just wanted to say, obviously, how sorry I was to hear about Rob Walker. Rob, hope you're in not too much pain and not suffering too much. Obviously dreadful accident, I assume, but hope you're going to soon be on the road to recovery, and you'll have plenty of my dreadful videos to catch up on when you come out of hospital. So that'll really cheer you up. Okay, but yeah, all the best anyway. So with your recovery. So yeah, so first things first. I did know that I was going to be receiving this because he messaged me. But this is a wonderful piece of VCLT from Pete at Song Sounds from the West Coast. And this is, he knew I was a big Windham Hill fan. I went for a long time not being able to find any, and then all of a sudden, they've been kind of falling like rain. Picked up quite a few the last 12 months or so, but I didn't have this one, and was delighted to receive that. This is The Shape of the Land. And this is music from the film The Story of Naomi Umura, which is about a story of an adventurer from Japan. And this is the music to this, obviously the soundtrack. So yeah, I mean, obviously I was intrigued immediately because predominantly the music on this is shared by four people, or certainly four or five Windham Hill artists. Obviously, two of my favourites here, William Ackerman, who's the founder of Windham Hill, and Michael Hedges, who I'm a huge admirer and fan of. And this is a wonderful record, very atmospheric, slightly understated in places, which is good, which is not something that you can always say about 80s music. So yeah, but a lot of the titles from that kind of classic period of Windham Hill from the late 70s and early into the mid 80s is just for me pretty indispensable, really. So but yeah, wonderful to get this. As with some of the titles, it also comes with a print of the sleeve, which is always nice to have. Yeah, so really delighted to get that. So Pete, thank you very much once again. Really appreciated. Thank you. Okay. Next one is one that I saw Richard McCook show fairly recently. I didn't even know that this record existed. This is the singles album, UB40, and as Richard said, a little bit of a misleading title because it's just basically some singles that weren't released on the first two albums, The Earth Dies, including the 12-inch version of The Earth Dies Screaming. But obviously Food for Thought, King off the debut album, then Tyler. Yeah, fantastic document of early UB40. So yeah, always worth picking up. And yeah, this was really cheap online. I think I paid about 5 or 6 quid for it, so really happy. Okay, next one is an anniversary album, record. I have had on vinyl in the past, but have kind of got rid of through various purges and so on, out of necessity. But I do have it on CD. But yeah, I thought I'd pick this up. This is the 50th anniversary picture disc copy of David Bowie's Hunky Dory, of course. Yeah, kind of mixed reviews about this album. Sound quality is absolutely dreadful, as is usually the case with picture discs. Just tons of surface noise. I'm not bothered, to be honest with you. I fully expected it to be not sounding great, but obviously it's a nice memento to have. It's probably my favourite Bowie album on balance. So it comes with the reproduction of the lyric sheet that came with the original, and yeah, a nice poster as well, which is always nice to have. The back cover, David in his hippie locks there. So yeah, that was a nice pickup too. Okay, and then I also got a couple of CDs. Some of you might remember last back end of autumn last year, about October time, I went to went to a record fair in Leamington, and I found an LP version of this album. This is Time of No Reply, Nick Drake, but I think it turned out it was on orange vinyl, and I believe it is an official release. I was told on fairly good authority that it was, but it just sounded so dreadful, and I was just under the impression that it was probably a bootleg copy. So yeah, I mean, this is an album that I bought at the time when it came out. So this is kind of unreleased tracks from Nick Drake, alternative cuts, demos and so on from his first album, and some wonderful songs that weren't released at the time. Time of No Reply, the title track, the wonderful I Was Made to Love Magic, and of course the quite harrowing last 4 recordings from 1974. So yeah, really glad to get this. This was an online purchase. Again, really cheap. The CD is used, but is immaculate, and it looks to me like they've put it in a new case, but I don't care. So yeah, glad to pick that up. And then the last one, quite a few of you have shown and talked about, so I'm not going to make a big deal of it. But yeah, I've decided to pull the trigger on this. This is the Toy release by David Bowie. It's just recently come out, obviously recorded in 2000, obviously only just released. Excellent album, with a lot of re-recordings of older songs, and you know, real favourite already of mine. This is the CD box set, which was considerably cheaper than the vinyl version, which was kind of on 10-inch, which I'm not a great fan of. So I mean, I'm sure you've all seen this anyway, but comes with quite a nice little booklet. Some nice photos of David, suited and booted. The band there he was touring with. Yeah, I think this was the band that he recorded this with after his 2000 tour. So it's essentially, you've got this is the 3-disc version, kind of a bridge version, I think, of the LP. So you've got the main album itself, and they come in these kind of slip cases with a kind of inner sleeve as well, which I guess is replicated on the vinyl version. So you've got the full main album there. Then you've got alternatives and extras, which is great. Does what it says on the tin. Then unplugged and somewhat slightly electric. I particularly like this one because this is kind of more acoustic, stripped back versions of the main album. Yeah, and just all round, I've played it already. I only picked it up last week. I've already played it probably 4 or 5 times, so really enjoying that. So that's Toy and by David Bowie. Okay guys, that's it, just a quick one. Yeah, update on my sorting out of the Pink Attic. Still a work in progress. Still got a lot of mess everywhere. I have picked up the first component of the new system, which I was really pleased about. Picked that up on Saturday, but it's not hooked up, obviously, because I'm just going to wait until I've assembled it all and then I'll hook it all up. I've also got to buy some furniture as well for storage and speaker stands and blah blah. But I'm going for a demo, the shop in Solihull on Saturday, so looking forward to that. And I'm sort of about 80% there, decided on what I'm going to get. 1 or 2 bits I'm not sure about, but the guy's basically going to just hook up loads of lots of different components, configurations, and I'm just going to sit back with a coffee and contemplate the idea of spending a horrendous amount of money. But yeah, hopefully it'll all be worth it, and I will do a tour, obviously, or a brief video to show that once that's set up. So yeah, hopefully won't be too far away. Okay, so anyway guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you're all well, and I'll speak to you real soon. Cheers, all the best. Bye bye.